Good morning, guys. It's your girl, Bunny. Y'all know how I do. I go live each and every day at 6 a.m. in the morning, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. on Saturdays, and 7 p.m. on Sundays. And today's topic that we're going to get into is an absent father better than an inconsistent one. So we started the conversation yesterday talking about family, talking about how we can tap in, whether or not we're willing to tap in with family. Hold on one second. Let me grab my... Hold on one second, y'all. Oh, hold on one second. Hey, what's going on, Trust? What's going on, Blunts? Welcome to the chat. I need to log into my other account. That's the problem that I'm having right now. Let me switch the account. Boom, bop. Here we go. How y'all feeling today? First, we're going to check in with everybody about yesterday. Yesterday was a lot. So once everybody piles in this morning, I'm going to definitely do my check-in with everybody just because emotions were really high yesterday. And I also want to explain why I blocked old buddy yesterday. I don't want people to think that just because you don't agree with me, the Lion, if you could just hop into the comments, the Lion, I don't require a galaxy to come talk to me. Blunts, thank you for lighting it up. I don't require any of that stuff, but I do require you hop into the comments to let me know that you're a real person. Antoine. Yo, yesterday, Antoine, was you here yesterday? I feel like Antoine wasn't here yesterday because if Antoine was here, he would have lit it up. I feel like if he was here, he would have lit it up. Antoine, was you here yesterday? I feel like Antoine would have blacked out if he was here. He wasn't, right? Yo, Antoine, come chat with me. Antoine. Because the way I feel like God was like, nah, Antoine, sleep in. Sleep in today. Cause you don't want to be in there. Nah, he was tardy for the party. Yo. The way I feel like if Antoine was in here, it would have got so brazy in here yesterday. Antoine,
hey, Bunny.
how you feeling?
I'm all right.
Oh man, I'm about to say you sounded good, and you hit the I'm all right. Listen, Antoine, yesterday, hey, what's going on, Pookie Wookie? The way the chat lit up yesterday, let me tell you what happened. This is why y'all need to subscribe to the tube because y'all can catch the episodes on there, okay? But look, yesterday the topic was, do you basically like if your children's other like family members, they aunts, uncles, grandparents aren't tapping in with you, do you reach out to them? Right? Do you make it your business to have your children involved in their life? Or if they not calling, do you not reciprocate? Like what?
I don't call nobody that don't call me. I'm too old for that. I make sure now, if it's about my kids, then yeah, all barriers get crossed for that one. But otherwise, no. If you ain't reaching out to me, I ain't reaching out to you. You don't care about how my life going, guess what? We keep the same. I'm a Libra. We keep the same energy around here.
Okay, I see you. So watch. The crazy part was I was talking about aunts, uncles, grandparents. Old boy came up here yesterday and was like, listen, I'm about to have a new baby and I can't have no outsiders, including my 13-year-old and 17-year-old coming in here disrupting the mental state of my baby moms who needs to now make this new child. So he
What the fuck does that mean? What the
It's wrong. I'm encouraging you to go on the tube today and watch the episode and be in my DMs later. When I tell you, my friends and family was watching the episode yesterday, called me yesterday, was like, what? Did he just say? I was just calling to see if he said. I said, yeah, he said that. All right, I'm gonna call
What
you
does
back.
that mean, though? How would they disrupt it? They part of the family. I'm confused. It's a rare condition. This day and age.
On the newspaper page. I'm telling you. Listen, I promise you, when you watch it, you're gonna be in my inbox like, Bunny, what in the heck?
Sound like somebody trying to create a new family unit.
Yes.
That man said, hold on, we can't be disrupted. No piece up in here. What he think she having Jesus or something? That man said the second coming of the Savior is here. Y'all got to chill. These is hard times, boy. You got to focus.
I'm telling you, the whole chat was going crazy yesterday, and like I'm like, when as soon as I see your face today, I'm like, nah, the Lord said Antoine sleep because you would have been here bugging.
Man, the Lord been trying to keep my mind protected. You know, the devil is working in my life right now. You know, I'm fighting no war.
That all the way.
Yeah, I do. You know, wake up in the morning.
Man, well, let me get you on topic today.
Yeah.
Is an absent parent better than an inconsistent one? Talk to me.
Yes. I'd rather you not be there at all than pop in and out when you want to. You doing damage because you building expectations. Children live off expectations. So you building it up, making them believe, okay, it's gonna be like this, and then you pop in and that's that little glimmer of hope, and they like, yeah, finally, and then your ass pop out. And then it's just like, what happened? I rather you not be there than just pick and choose, because now it's like you using them as a chess piece, and they ain't gonna never know they're gonna be wary of everybody, even the people that have good intentions for them. They'll be wary of them because you know you can't trust anybody with that kind of unpredictability.
That part. Thank you, Antoine. Let's go. Coming in. Look at the Lord waking him up this morning and keeping him sleep yesterday. Let's go. Is an absent parent better than an inconsistent one? My opinion is definitely the same as Antoine. I'm not going to lie. And everybody, you're welcome to have a difference of opinion. If it's your first time in here, my name is Bunny, straight out of Jersey. I go live each and every day at 6 a.m. Monday through Friday. And maybe no more on weekends. I don't know. But my thing is this. You're welcome to say, hey, no, I'd rather have them come in every once in a while than not at all. If you feel that way, you won't get turned away or blocked just because you don't agree. I'm gonna, once everybody pours in, I'll explain what happened yesterday, just so that people know that you can have your freedom of expression in here. You can have your opinion, and we can do it just like that. What's up, Trust?
Good morning, family.
Good morning.
If you wanna build anxiety in a child, be inconsistent with them. You say you're coming, you don't come. They're ready, they waiting, you don't come. Then you do pop up. It's like you're just creating the anxiety right then and there in the child from not being consistent. Don't never show up if you're gonna be in and out. For me, it's cool. We're gonna be all right over here. And as they get older, they'll understand how life works and how people are. But the inconsistency is draining. It's draining for all parties involved, right? Because the parent that's consistent and that's there on a daily basis is the one that's consistently putting the pieces back together.
That part.
So yeah, if you're not gonna be there, don't be there.
That's how I feel. I definitely, like I said, if people disagree, they feel like, you know what, I was just happy when my dad came around every once a quarter or twice a year. Like, if you feel that way, it's okay to feel that way, and come explain it. Because like I said, I'm always open to hear from both sides. Thank you, Trust. I'm always open to hear from both sides. Because somebody might feel in the chat, listen, I was so happy when I see my dad once in a lifetime, and it felt great. At least I saw him that once. And if you feel that way, come on and let us know your opposing opinion. Because I want to hear it. Open my eyes. What's going on, Blunt?
What's going on?
How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Where Mama? Wait, Mama not in here. Where's she at?
Yes, I am. She right here. She in
Oh,
here.
there she go. Yes, I am. Don't play with me, okay? Never too far away.
Actually, it's kind of hard, really. This topic, I feel. My personal perspective is, if you're gone, stay gone. But with children in that situation, I just wanted to give her as much love and people to, support her as possible. So that was my mentality in the midst of everything. Not much change actually.
Mm.
So I mean, random text here and there. They came over that one time, picked her up, whooped you
Mm.
out. But I don't know.
Has she asked like where is he at? Is she
No,
asking?
don't
No.
ask me.
You know
No,
what's crazy, Blunts? My daughter's the same way.
no.
It's not that it's funny, but I'm gonna say it's funny, but it's not funny, right? I remember when he came to see her during the summertime, and I was like, hey, I asked him like, hey, do you want to go over there? And she was like, yeah, mad excited. She got over there and everything was my dad, my dad, my dad. Hi, my dad. She was literally calling him my dad. Hi, my dad. Yeah, and like it was like her. It seemed like it was like her way of processing. Like this is a real
Hmm.
thing. He's a real person. Like I do have one, right? But then, and I thought it was gonna be like after that, she was gonna ask me every day, like, can we go back?
No.
Nah. And I felt like it was kind of like a thing where it was like, okay, I pieced that up together. I do got one. He does exist. All right, cool. And even when like he'll call on the tablet, she'll be like, all right, well, I'm about to go, Mom. Can I hang up now? Like, can I go play my game now? Like, I
Yeah.
think she just wanted to know that he exists. And that was good enough for her because now she's gone 4 years. Not to say that she's never gonna want that relationship in years to come, but in this moment in her life, I feel like she's in a place where it's like, okay, my life still does function.
Hmm.
I still get the love that I need. I still have an amazing place to stay, my place to lay my head, and a person that loves me, you know. And it's sad, and I'm not gonna write that story for her and say, okay, she don't need you because she might.
Right.
But in
Exactly.
this moment, she's like, okay, thanks for checking in.
See, what a lot of parents don't realize, or either they realize and don't care, is these kids, they are on their phone a lot, but they don't want to be on the phone with us.
Yeah,
They don't want to sit here and talk
she
to
be banging
us
on
on the
me.
phone. Right. Like they want to play their games. They want to be on the phone with their friends. That's what they want to do. They don't want to sit here and have a dead end conversation with us. How you doing? How's school? How's this? How's that? No.
Hmm.
Like you got to, it's
Pull up on them.
competitive. Exactly. Pull up. You know where
Yeah,
she's at. Pull up.
that part.
Because at the end of the day, the words, they go in one ear and out the other. They'll, yeah, sure, until you're ready to be off the phone, and then that's it.
Yeah, they want that in-person interaction. Because even for me, she'd be like, "Mom, come here and come play with dolls with me. Come in here."
Yeah,
I'm like,
I needed my girls to know that regardless of
yeah,
if Walter comes through or not, your life is not going to change. We're still going to move how we need to. You're going to see, regardless if he's here or not, this train not going to stop chugging, and we're going to still do what we got to do. And they
wow.
realize that.
You say his name is Walter?
Yeah.
Sorry, Lord. Give me 1 second. Just give me one. I'll be dang if a Walter play with my friend. I'm sorry if anybody's his name is Walter in here, but I will be dang if a Walter plays with my friend. Do you know how I'm gonna be on his head top? You gonna tell me your name Walter and you playing with my friend? I'm back. I'm back, Lord. Thank you, Blunt.
I'm mad myself.
Yo, I'm so mad. You can't have a name like Walter Waldo or anything disrespectful that's gonna make me feel like you should have never played with me. What are we talking about for real? Walter? I'm back, Lord. Hi, Teresa.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. Where you from?
I'm from Florida.
Let's go, Florida. Welcome in. It's your
So
first time in, right?
I come for this question from my husband's side. His dad was in and out of his life. He would tell me, mom said that dad was going to pick me up, or dad would say he would pick me up on Sunday. I would be ready and I would sit out the door and he would never show up.
Mm.
And he told me, my husband's 54. He's like, I can't tell you how much that hurt me. Like,
Mm.
all inconsistent parents do is teach you about conditional love. Like,
Mm.
and I think especially whether you're a boy or you're a girl, you're learning this conditional love. You're never going to have a healthy relationship with another person because you're constantly going to feel like you're not good enough, or if the situation changes that they take that love away from you. Like, you're always going
Mm.
to feel that. And especially as a little girl, growing up feeling like everything you do could change the love that they have for you. And
Mm.
I don't think, if you're going to be gone, be gone.
That's how I feel.
especially when they're little. Like when they're older and they have the mental capacity to come to terms with how you treated them
Mhm.
and how they want to move forward in the relationship, then they can come to you and be like, okay, let's have an adult relationship. But kids don't have the ability to understand
Right.
when you're there and when you're not, when you make promises that you don't keep. Like, they don't ask for that. Just be gone.
That part. Thank you, Teresa. Welcome in from Florida. Let's go.
Have a good day.
Let's go, Teresa. And it hurts so much, right? And like I can't speak for boys. I've never been a man a day in my life. But my thing is this, as a girl, and men can come up and speak for men, like as a girl growing up, yeah, my dad was not around. Now, as I grow up, I got to see more reasons why, right? Which even though like I said, there's always three sides to the story. His side, my mom's side, and what the Lord saw and what the truth is, right? But my thing is like, these are your very first relationships that you're ever developing in your life. These are your first, recognition of love. How do you feel about those relationships? How do you move and navigate through life? Do you now crave inconsistency because that's all you've ever known? Is the people that loved you that were inconsistent now telling your mind, let me chase down someone. Let me be a pick me. I want you to pick me. I want you to choose me. And that's me just coming from an honest standpoint. Because when I started to date, I was a pick me. Let's keep it. I'm gonna keep it a stack. I like to be honest because there's somebody in the chat that might feel the same way. I felt like I had to be a pick me. I wanted you to choose me over whatever it was. You had a hard life, cool. F that hard life. Look at me. I'm sparkly. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I navigated a lot of my dating life in my 20s. And it wasn't until I really started to get into social work and learn about the inner child and things like that and learn about me trying to aid that girl that was like looking for her dad all the time and also looking for her mom because my mom was there physically, but emotionally she was kind of, spaced because that wasn't an environment that she grew up in. What's the word? Sheesh. Brr, brr, brr. I don't even know. I have to come back. What's going on, Rich?
Good morning.
Good morning, Rich. How you feeling?
I'm good. I just got up.
Okay, well, you got on up and came up here. Let's go. Let's go. Rich, is an absent parent better than an inconsistent one? Talk to him.
Sometimes I feel like that's like the sad truth of it. I don't feel like it should be that way, but it is. And that was a decision I had to make myself.
Talk to me.
With my baby mama situation or whatever, that's what finally made me leave. So I stayed for a long time when I shouldn't have for all the wrong reasons. And then it took me finally like realizing what it was doing to the kids and stuff, and I had to put them first and get them from out of that.
So she was inconsistent.
Yeah, and there was other stuff too, and it was just, it's better for her not to be around than it is to be around.
Well, I'm proud of you for making the best decision for your kids. Let me clap you up.
Thank you.
That's awesome. And how about even in your personal like how you grew up as a child? Were you a product of a 2-family household, or could you
Nah,
speak?
so my grandma actually raised me. My mom or dad didn't.
I'm sorry.
I feel like with my dad, I feel like it could have been the opposite. I feel like if he would have been around, it could have been a little bit different. And that was something like my mom kept me from around him and stuff, and like lied to me about who he was and stuff like that.
I'm sorry, Rich.
As far as my mom, I feel like it was better that she wasn't involved as much.
So you would have rather see your dad every once in a while than just not, and then your
Yeah,
mom.
just because so my dad, I actually met, it's actually like a movie how we met. I was at a store one day with my kids and somebody was staring at me in the line. And so I'm like, what's up, you good? Because he kept staring. So he was just like, what's your mama's name? And so I told him. And then he's like, I need to holler at you. So he stands at the door while I'm checking out, and I go, and he's like, did your mama ever mention somebody named Rara, which is his name? And I'm like, yeah, but she never mentioned it in the sense of him like being my dad or anything. She just mentioned it as like an old friend of hers. So
Oh.
he ends up like we ended up talking or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I live right around the corner. He ends up coming over there like an hour later, and we sit on the porch just talking for like 2 hours. And also at the store too, he pulled a picture out of his wallet, and it was him holding me as a baby. And he said that he's been looking for me for 10 years.
Shut up.
Yeah, and then he actually passed like that same year. He had got hit in the head and ended up brain dead, and so they pulled the
Oh.
plug on him. And
Oh
so
my heart to
me
the
and
chat.
him, me and him, I feel like had a real good relationship. Like the little bit of time we did know each other, and I feel like had that always been there, I could have had a different outcome.
I'm thankful. Well, one thing I can say about your outcome, you are amazing. All that pain, all that stuff bleeds through your artistry, and it's amazing. And I'm just happy that even though, there was a time limit on what you got to see him, and you got to see the love that he still had for you. He still carried you around, and that's amazing. You are love rich. It may not look like a traditional family. A lot of us don't. There's not a lot of traditional families out here, for real. But I'm happy that you were able to meet him, and I thank you for being vulnerable up here. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you letting me know.
Let's go, Rich, y'all. I love all of y'all. Whoever come up here and bleed for real for other people, for like I said, what we do, what we say is not just for us. It bleeds through this chat, and we plant seeds in people that we never know. There might be somebody in this chat right now who's second guessing or thinking like, "Yo, should I find this child? Should I look harder? Should I do whatever?" And I hope maybe that touched somebody and makes them jump into action. Let's go, Rich. What's going on, Queen?
What's going on, Bunny? How you doing?
I'm good. How are you? I saw somebody in the chat asking if you have to request up. Yes. All you have to do is click the box. There should be a box that says invite right here. You click that and you'll be in the queue. I forgot who that was who was asking that, but yes, just click the box and you can come up. Thank you, Rich, again. What's going on, Queen? Talk to him.
Nothing much, girl. Just got off work, but yeah, I just wanted to chime in on the question. I
Yes.
feel like me personally, I think as much as a kid needs both parents, sometimes if you're gonna be absent, I'd rather you be absent than just be inconsistent in their life because that just grows the child to be disappointed, abandoned. You know what I mean? From the other parent if they're gonna be inconsistent.
Hmm.
So I think for me, I just rather the other parent be absent. You know, in my case, my son father, he's not there, never been.
Hmm.
So it's like, would I rather him be, having my son wondering like, okay, is he coming to get me? You know, just having questions for him. But then at the same time, when he's absent, he doesn't is making room for him not to ask questions, if that makes
Hmm.
sense.
No, it makes
But
perfect sense. Yes.
yeah, but as he get older, he's only 4 now, but as he get older, I know that's gonna be a time and a place for that,
Yeah.
question.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
yeah,
Because I
and I
have
just feel
friends who
like,
like, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go
mhm.
ahead. No, go
Oh
ahead.
no, I would just want to say, having like you can't replace a parent, but I think like having healthy connections with like mentors, men role models, or for girl, just having them in a healthy relationship with other people can kind of like shed light more on it being, from them having an absent parent. If that,
That part.
yeah,
That part. Thank you,
yeah.
Queen. Let's go.
You're welcome.
One thing that I'm so thankful for is honestly, I'm so thankful for my daughter's godfather. I'm grateful for her godmother as well. They're married, they're together. I'm so thankful because honestly, one time when she said, my family is, and she was like, my mom, my titi Sasha, what she call her uncle? Uncle. Just calls her godfather is uncle. Like she names off grandma. Like she knows, and I think it is very essential if you don't have. I hope I didn't just do something that I'm going to regret just now. I think it's so important to have male figures or even female figures that even outside of their parents, just to show them like what family can be and what family can look like, and pour in love from other places. What's going on, Baritone? Talk to him. We're
Yeah,
gonna
good
put your
morning.
topic at 6:30, yo, but I'm gonna try to get the queue. I know it's a lot of people in the queue. What's going on, Jay?
Like I speak on this from a place of a person who had two inconsistent parents.
Mm,
They took turns being inconsistent. Like for the first maybe 12 years of my life, my father,
mm,
I barely saw my father, and we had the same address.
mm,
Like it wasn't a situation where he stayed down the street across town. We had the same address, and I saw him like maybe once every 2 months.
Mm.
Then it got to the point where my mother decided that she couldn't raise me and live the life that she wanted to live, so she sent me to my father, who was
Mm.
already inconsistent, but she sent me to him, and they switched roles. It
Mm.
got to the point where I only saw my mother like once in a blue moon.
Mm.
So, it has a certain lasting effect as a grown man who deals with the concept of not believing that anybody's going to stick around for long.
Mm.
It's something to fight with. It really is something to fight with. So I'd rather it like at one point in time I was at the point where I just rather not know that you exist.
Mm.
Now as I got older, I changed that mentality and attempted to establish a legit solid relationship with my father, which I found out after he passed away that it didn't go the way that I thought it did. But you know,
Yes, I know you have expressed that. I'm so sorry about that. Yes.
yeah, it's like I hate that. I hate that. I hate that this is a question. I hate that this is a scenario. Like it's
Right.
it's it's not always easy to be a parent, but like I look at it and I look at like my godson and I look at my nieces and nephews and I don't understand how anybody could not want to do it. I
I
just don't.
I, I don't have the answers, and
Well, that's
I beg for them all the time because I'm just
what
like, it's sad. But one thing I said to my child's father all the time, like, set an alarm, call her on Wednesdays. This is literally what I said to him. Set an alarm, a reminder in your phone to call her every Wednesday. Because for some reason, when we're having the conversation about, hey, call your kid. Yeah, I know I gotta do better. Yeah, I'm gonna do better. And then he'll call that evening and might call again tomorrow. And then he falls off the planet again. And
I
then we
can't.
revisit the conversation every quarter. Yeah, I know. And I'll be like, bro, set an alarm. Because you show up to that job every day, allegedly, but won't show up for your kid every day, your own flesh and blood. And since you can punch a time clock, put that thing in that phone to say, call your kid. And it's
No,
sad, but I'm just like, what are we doing?
I understand. I understand the concept of what you're trying to establish, Bunny, but no, I can't give grace to that. This
Oh,
this is
there's no
this is a
grace.
part. This is a part of you. Like this is not just some random. It's not an adoption. This is literally a part of you. You took part in bringing forth this life. Like be be a fucking man. Be a fucking dad. Be a fucking mom.
Yeah.
Like like it's it's way too many examples of what happened when you don't do it for you not to want to. I'm gonna
Let's
get down.
go.
I know you got to switch up
The
subjects. I'm
queue,
gonna
yeah,
step
the
away.
queue is crazy right now. Thank you, Jay. Queue is crazy right now. But we all seem to be saying the same thing. So I'm gonna just do two more people and then I'm gonna switch the topic. Cause we all saying the same thing, and I feel like whoever is in the chat that needed to get the same message 18 times got it at this point. And I want to switch over, but let me get Caramel Kisses. Talk to me.
Hey
Talk to
y'all.
me.
So I have a two-part scenario. I'm a mom of children and have one that is inconsistent, and then I am a fiance of somebody whose dad was also inconsistent, and I have two different outcomes of it. My
Okay, talk to me.
son, I have a 4-year-old, kind of like Queen was saying, and
Mm-hmm.
Queen, I am happy that your son doesn't go through what mine does because they're the exact same age.
Mm-hmm. Talk to me.
Um, my son's dad, I've been up here before kind of talking about it. My son's dad
With the
thinks
child
that he
support.
can thinks that he can manipulate and do what he want to do when he want to do it, how he want to do it, and do things that sabotage his child.
Mm-hmm.
He's not consistent at all, and when he do call, he feels that my son is supposed to call him dad and know because he came out his sack that is daddy and
Mm.
you're supposed to respect me and all this other stuff, he's supposed to call. My 4-year-old is supposed to call his daddy on Wednesdays.
Oh, you were supposed to be here yesterday for the conversation. Keep going.
So, it has affected him at 4 years old. At 4 years old, and I'm just gonna put myself out there, a high functioning autistic 4-year-old goes around school, the store, wherever, and tells people, "My daddy is lost."
I'm so sorry because I know that hurts you.
Can you help me find him? So yeah, it hurts my heart because the door is open. The door is open.
Hearts in the chat, y'all.
You know what I mean? So it does affect. And then, like I said, my fiance, she is one of 22. So for her, she didn't see it because her siblings made up for his inconsistencies. But in the same boat, it goes back to what you were saying earlier too, where she became a pick-me. She don't see it that way. But listening to us talk about her upbringing, she became the biggest pick-me.
Yeah.
She doesn't have, you know what I mean, like the per se missing daddy issues because daddy did pick up the certain groups because again he had 22 kids. Yes, I'm not joking, 22. So he did every weekend, but it was a rotation between the boys, the girls, the olders, the youngers, that type of stuff.
And probably never got one-on-one time with him or nothing.
Never. So, like I said, for her, she feels like she didn't miss out because when she did get to see daddy, it was daddy and siblings. But she didn't get the one-on-one time that she needed.
Yeah.
So I would say if you're going to be inconsistent, be absent. Let it go. Because you don't realize how bad you're hurting your child. On top of the fact, you know, Bunny, like the people who were here before also heard, my son almost unalived due to a seizure. So with your inconsistency, you wouldn't have never known your son was not even in this world no more.
That part. And Caramel Kisses, I'm gonna add to it. You know, my daughter is 4 as well. And so what really, really hurt me the most, just in the last month, right? It was like a month ago. I'm on the phone with somebody and there's a picture on the phone. I was dealing with somebody at the time. And I had the phone down because I was getting her together. So his, you know how iPhone picture is right there. And she goes, "Is that my dad?"
Yep.
That was one, right? I was like, "Okay, no, baby, no, it's not." Now I took her on her bicycle. We going around. She's riding her bike, and I'm on the phone with the same person. And there's a guy in the car who actually happens to be like a director of her old school. And she goes, "Is that my dad?" Yeah. Now the person on the phone is hearing it again. And now this person across that. And I giggled it off and was like, "No, baby, no. A couple days later, I don't know what arose, when it arose, but I called that man and blacked out. Because it was like, bro, your inconsistent ways and the fact that you exist, you're alive, but you only decide to tap in every quarter or whenever you feel so moved, got my kid in the streets asking random people,
"Are you my dad?
Are you my dad?" You are embarrassing the out of me. Like when I tell you I was black, and I know probably whoever was home that day and that the neighbors was like, "Damn, get him, sis."
Right, for real. On the other side, clapping and everything.
Yo, you're embarrassing me. Like, what are you doing? You're alive. And you're up here breathing. And you got a child out here checking for you. And all you got to do is pick up the phone, bro. You're tripping, yo. You're straight tripping. So I feel for you in the deepest way. I appreciate you coming up here and sharing that. Let's go, Caramel Kisses. I'm going to clap for you. And I'm going to also be praying for you. Let's go.
Thank you.
I already followed you back. Let me get you. Like, stop playing with my medulla oblongata. Stop playing with me. Let me catch up some of these comments. And I got you, Grace. I saw you raising your hand. We got a lot of people in the queue. I want to change the topic, but I did see you raise your hand. Give me. Cat Mama said women have to start holding their standards higher.
Forgive us, Father, for we do not know what we do when we're young, and when we make choices and make decisions, we don't know what we're doing. We're going by our emotions, And then later on, when we get mature enough, and you look at yourself and your circumstances, you look at your child, and it's not their fault. So you do the best you can by yourself.
Come on, Grace. So, I was actually reading Cat Mama's comment. She said women have to start holding their standards higher. I'm not gonna disagree. However, it's a topic and a topic and a topic. Because I always want to be careful with the victim shame. And I know that's not your intention, Cat Mama, because I know you and you come through here every day, and I know that we all lead in love and we synced up. But I tread lightly on your comment only because so many people will come in here and be like, look at y'all, single parents. Look at y'all. Y'all should have picked better. But don't know the story.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a friend who was married, had 2 children, was married, and he still spun around, did a little dance, and decided to bounce on his kids. So you can go about it however you feel. You can try your very hardest to maintain a great lifestyle for your kid, or sit there and get knocked between the washer and the dryer just to maintain the fact that you're a 2-family household. Or you could do what's best for you and your children and skedaddle. So that's why I always try to make sure that we tread lightly with comments as such. Like I said, I know that's not what you meant, Cat Mama. I'm not offended at all because I know that you lead in love. Like I said, I'll ride for my people that I know coming here each and every day. I'll ride because I know you didn't mean it like that. But that's what I'm saying. I know it's a topic and a topic, and I really want to have that topic at some point, but I'm not really sure how I want to word it. But thank you, Grace, for coming up. I appreciate you. Let's go.
No problem.
Yeah, like I knew that's not what you meant, Cat Mama. Like when I say sincerely, I know that's not what you meant. I see you in the comments right now. Hold on, let me catch you. Cat Mama said, I asked first, at what point did you notice the red flags? Not you specifically. I'm not judging. I'm asking women to not be so whimsical and romantic. Like I said, I understand what you're saying. I just know that sometimes it's not all that. Let me get my men. I got a lot of men in the queue, and I like to, I like to get the men. Let me get the men. Stop it. Morales? It's giving like Detective Morales. But I'm sorry, go ahead. Morales?
Yes, Morales.
Hi, Morales. Good morning. Where you from?
I'm from California.
Welcome in from California. I'm Bunny from Jersey. Welcome on the other side of the map, whatever, on the other side of the United States. Talk to me. And are you coming to chime in on, is an absent parent better than an inconsistent one?
Yeah, I do want to comment on that. I think that an inconsistent parent can actually be a little bit more emotionally disruptive to children, but all in all, I think children need parents that are both, because there's overt responsibility that gets placed on women to be emotionally responsible and not the father.
Hold on, and pause. And then continue.
Right, so I think both have to be equally reliable and predictable. Otherwise, the child will have, patterns of inconsistency in the way that they interpret, love or affection or the things that they need, for sure.
Thank you, Morales. Come on from California. Follow you back. Let's go. I wasn't sure. I was like, you about to come in here on some BS? What's up? I'll be a little weird. I'll be weary. I'll be a little weary. I'll be like, hold on, who coming up here? Absolute talk on. We're going to get Absolute Chris, and then we're going to skibidi over to the next topic. What's going on, Absolute?
Peace, how y'all doing? All is all, let me tell you, I ain't got nothing to say about all of that, but all I got to say is,
Absolute.
what up?
That looks cute with that braid. Thank you, Cat Mama. Absolute.
What's up?
You had to break up the monotony. You had to break it up real quick. Yeah, we did need that. Let's go. Thank you, Absolute. Yo, I'm so weak. Nah, we definitely needed that. We gotta change the topic. I'm gonna let Chris come, and then we gotta Mustafa in the chat. We got so many people that want to tap in on this. I'm gonna change the board, but y'all can tap in on either one that you want. What's going on, Chris? Talk to him.
Ain't nothing. What you changing the words to? Good morning to everybody.
I don't know. Let me see. Well, let me try this one.
Because I don't even want to touch on that one. Because you can be an inconsistent parent and be the parent that's there all the time. So
Oh,
yeah,
because what you want to tap in on is this one.
parenting, moving out of state from your kids.
I wasn't gonna put this up because like I didn't want this to be a direct, because I know that you know and I know, but
Facts.
since you can speak to being a consistent parent from far away, give us a different insight. Hey EYS, welcome in.
I mean, like I said, you can be a inconsistent parent and be the parent that is the one that the child is around majority of the time. And I only speak from experience.
And that's what
I'm
we
not
like.
I'm not here to bash anybody at all. It's just facts. I'm not going to go deep into it, but there have been a lot of situations within my life that I'm dealing with as far as my son mom goes, and I'm the one that's not around, but I am the one that's trying to make sure that my kid gets his homework done, that he's eating, that he is being a good productive young man. Even though my son is on the spectrum, I don't even care about that. And another topic could be a parent that does not accept their child's diagnosis. So, in my life, that's what I deal with on a constant basis. And it's very, very draining. But also at the same time, I have had thoughts of quitting. I have had thoughts of just saying F it, throw my hands up and not be around. But then I have that thought in my head, like, if I do that, then my son will be completely lost. And even though I'm not in the same state, I do make sure that I call him. He's at the age where, I thought it was because of how my son is and his superpowers why he doesn't answer the phone or call back when I call. But other people I know that have kids around his age or his age, they tell me the same thing, and they're in the house with their kids. So that makes me feel better that I know, like, okay, I'm making the effort. I'm doing what I need to do. It's just him being at that age where, they start to veer away from their parents as far as that I
Chris,
guess.
I want to pause you
Mhm.
only because, and I will never, ever, ever make you give more than what you're willing to give, but what you're not giving
Mhm.
is something that we need.
What's
And
that?
you don't have to divulge anything that you're not ready to give, but I know that there's a lot of gems inside of what you're not saying.
Mhm.
Because you're not, I don't know if you're talking like because you know that I know already, because the people don't know
Mhm.
what your situation is or what that kind of looks like. And I feel like they're missing something because I already seen a comment or two, like, because they don't know.
In what aspect are you saying?
So we know that you live out of state because you just said that.
Mhm.
What does that kind of look like for you in that relationship? Because you're saying I'm still there even though I'm here. What does that kind of look like? What are we talking about?
For me, that looks like um phone calls, text messages, visiting as
Mm-hmm.
much as possible,
Mm-hmm.
and just being there and showing him that I'm here for him. And I think he's starting to notice that because, well, I think it was last week, and out of nowhere, he just texted me and was like, "Dad, I'm going to go see Spider-Man, and I'll tell you how the movie was when I get done."
Mm-hmm.
And he did it. So I'm like, this is odd. Or like a couple weeks ago, he texted me. He was like, "Dad, can you get me some shirts and stuff?"
Mm-hmm.
I was like, all right. I was like, just send me some stuff. So he started sending me some stuff. I got it for him. And I don't know how true it is, but my son has a tendency of uh like somebody would give him something, it doesn't matter what it is. And I still have to prompt him to say thank you. And he got his clothes and he called me. He's like, Dad, I got my clothes. Thank you. So I talked to his mom, I think later on that night or the next day. I'm like, yo, did you tell him to call me and say thank you? And she was like, no, which I don't know how true that was because she has a tendency of lying. But it just it hit me in a different way because that's all I want. It's like I just want to know that he knows that I'm here for him, whether it's getting clothes for him, whether it's a phone call about, girls or, he's just saying, hey dad, how you doing?
Yeah.
So now he's starting to get in a space of actually asking me if I call him, he'll be like, Dad, how you doing? Or one day he texts me out the blue with like, Dad, what's up? I'm like, nothing. I was like, you okay? He was like, yeah. He was like, how are you?
Now
And
you
I
starting
looked
to
at,
feel weird. Like, what you calling for?
yeah, like I'm just like, wait a minute, son, what's going on, bro? But
Let's go.
it's just that's that consistent part that allows the child to know, like, hey, my parent cares about me.
Mm-hmm.
So, you could be in the household or not in the household and still be inconsistent, but being out of state is it's a hard thing to deal with.
It
But
is. And
I've managed.
I'm hoping that there's somebody in the chat that honestly is a child that has experienced a parent out of state. Because honestly, I really want to know, how does that affect them? How do they feel about it? How did their parent bridge the gap for it? Like, I really want to know, how does it function, right? And I always ask from my own personal experience right now, right? So my kids' DAD has left to North Carolina. We're in Jersey, right? Is it North Carolina? Yes, North Carolina. Or is he in South? I always get confused. He's in one of the Carolinas, right? And I wonder, because I just couldn't see myself doing it to my kid. And I'm not saying, you know what I'm saying? Oh, perfect. Baby Cake said my dad lived in VA. Miss 80 said out of the country for me. Woo. So come talk to me. Miss 80, you've been down in the comments saying you wanted to come up this whole time.
It's
Click the
one
box.
one
I
one
really
last thing.
want
I'm
to hear
sorry,
it.
Bunny.
Go ahead.
No, I was just going to say that it is a hard deal, but
Yeah.
you know what? This is what I'm gonna do, right? I'm not going to talk about this no more. I'm gonna let other people come up, but I actually do want to, if you don't mind, I want to.
Stick around.
No, I'm gonna stick around, but I got to get ready for it. But I want to use this tonight when I go live.
Okay, please. You know we equal opportunity around here. Everybody can get a topic. But go
But
ahead and
before,
promote the live before I let you down there. Go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say, if y'all not doing nothing tonight, please tap into my live Speak What You Seek live present Soulful Dialogue Airlines, where we take your soul to another altitude tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you're not following me, please tap that button to follow me real quick. Tap into it. We'll talk about this topic and another topic as well.
Yes.
Please, everybody, enjoy your day. Have fun. Be safe. Make it back home to your kids. Kiss your kids. Love on your kids. Love on somebody today. Make a phone call. Send a text. I'm out.
Chris, Blunts was in the comments wanting to know if you wanted to ask for my hand in marriage. I ain't feel like we should do it right now. It's a little
Bruh.
awkward.
Hey,
But I just
Blunt.
want to let you know I'm a great mom and a great stepmom.
Hey, Blunt. Yo, I'm gonna cuss you out. Yo.
Join him tonight for Soulful Dialogue at 7 p.m. right here on TT. Baby Cakes, talk to
Good
me.
morning. Good morning.
Good
Okay, so
morning.
my dad lived in Virginia. Well, we started off in Virginia, and then my mom moved up here to take care of my uncle who was in like a little home. But my dad was never present. So even when we lived down there, my dad was my dad. I don't really know how to explain him. But he wasn't present. He put himself on child support just so he wouldn't be present. And then when we moved, it really didn't make a difference, I guess, because like I said, he was never there anyway. I think they broke up when I was like 2, and it was just like, okay, well, whatever. Now, on summers, yes, my mom sent me down there. It was the best thing ever because it was a summer. You get to see the little bit of love that they're going to give you because they ain't seen you in a long time, and then it start to fade. So my mom got sick, and my mom got sick. She had a stroke, and she sent me down there to live now. live. Now, this is where I seen my father. And mind you, of course, as a girl, you love your father to death. No matter what they do, you love him to death. So once she got sick, she sent me down here. My father dropped me off at my grandmother's house, y'all, and he ain't never come back. You hear me? I mean, he came every end of the week, if that. My older sister was living there. He left me. I had to go to school. My father wouldn't even put me in school, okay? So my mama had to come back and get me because now the state is like, hey, your daughter ain't in school. She ain't been in school. She ain't starting no school. My mother had to get up, sick and all, and figure it out. Because now it was like, if you don't do it, you're the one getting in trouble, not him. So my father was never really present, and at times it made me feel like, dang, my father was never present. But as I got older, and my father married these women, and they had kids, and he was so supportive. Even now, he was so supportive. Um, he goes to visit them. I mean, they live up here in North Carolina. He goes to visit. He don't miss a beat because and I feel like, yeah, because you're with her. And of course, you gotta do it. And her kids are grown too, like me. And my father don't ever show up. But icing on the cake for me was I went to Virginia. My father, oh, you gonna come see me? I was like, no, for what? You don't come see me? You come my way, you don't come see me. And I had to get there over time because I felt hurt. I felt hurt. But I had to get there. But the icing on the cake originally that took me over, which was when I got married, I invited my father. He didn't say nothing. He had to check with his wife. Okay, no problem.
Dude,
A
let me
week
ask you
later,
this.
go ahead.
I feel like it's a topic and a topic. We're gonna have to have it.
Hmm.
Do you feel like some men and some women only do for their kids as much as they care for the woman or the man that had them?
Yeah,
Like, yeah.
yeah. I feel like it played a big part because my father has 4 kids. I'm the youngest, okay, and my father is who he is. Like I said, he shows up for her kids because he don't have a choice to, and that's what I feel like. Because you're with her, and if you don't show up, she's gonna be looking at you like, "Well, what you doing here?" You know what I mean? So of course you're gonna show up. But I sent my father the invitation, right? He never showed up. I ain't talked to him until the summertime. And I said, well, Dad, hey, you ain't show, you ain't say no, you ain't call me and say you wasn't coming. Oh, that was your mother's party. Okay. So after that, it was like, all right.
Now it's
So
your mother's party.
yeah, so I kind of wrote him off myself. Like I didn't really care. And it's now to a point where it's like, it is what it is because I've never seen it. I never seen it. And that, like you say, do go back to being wanting to be loved. And that's how you end up picking the wrong people because you do. And it's even for my children. Their father lived up here, then he moved and he lives out of state, but he was non-existent when he lived here. So it didn't make a difference. It wasn't like he was present when he was here. So by him being out of state, it doesn't make a difference. For my 14-year-old daughter, it does because of course it hurts her, but I'm happy to see that she's learning on her own because he'll text her little stuff and she'll be like, yeah, okay. She'll laugh it off. It's not even funny that she's laughing it off, but it's just the fact that she knows, hey, I can't expect this
Yeah,
because
that's
he
how
ain't gonna
she
show
learning how
up.
to process it.
Yeah, which I know it hurt though. Trust me, I know it hurt because it took me a long time to understand why my father wasn't there, and not because at first I thought like well it's just my mom, but then I realized he did so much bad to my mom he can't even stand to face my mom now, and it's
That
ridiculous.
honestly, I
It's
mean, baby cakes,
ridiculous.
that's really what it be. It be themselves. It be the stuff
Yeah,
that they
like
did and they know it. They don't want to surround
you
themselves
see,
with it because they don't want to deal with it.
my father was abusive, so after him doing all that to my mom all those years, now it's like every time they gotta be in the same room. He for some reason avoids it, and I feel like it's because of his own guilt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's why I tell
So
her DAD because she probably
yeah,
listening now. I tell him that all the time. Like it's you that's keeping
mm-hmm,
yourself away from her. She's only 4. She don't even know all the things that you did. I do, but I
mm-hmm.
don't care. I care, but I don't care enough to say, hey, you can't have a relationship with her. I'm still leaving the door open. You not coming because of the way you feel about what you did. Bruh, get over it. She's 4, she don't know. Come on in here. But you just dragging it out and making it worse. But thank you, baby cake. Let's go.
No problem. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Baby cake's my neighbor, y'all. My neighbor. She been getting up, working out, and tapping in with us. I lost. Oh no, I didn't lose her. So I'm sorry, yo, the queue is so long. I love y'all, I appreciate you, but I wanted to get Miss 80. She said that she grew up with her parent outside of the country, and I wanted to tap in on this topic. Clearly, we're going to have to do this topic 2 days. Join us tonight for Chris's Live at 7 as well. What's going on, Miss 80? Am I saying it
Good
right?
morning, y'all. Yeah, you're saying it right.
Okay,
I'm
talk to me.
chiming in from Canada, so hello.
Hey, Canada, look at us! We're in Canada! Wait,
Yes.
let's
Well,
go
I'm
back.
visiting my grandma in Omaha right now, but I'm from Canada.
Hey, grandma.
Um,
Mhm.
but yeah, I just wanted to offer a different perspective. I know the other topic is done, so I'll say it really quickly.
It's okay.
But in terms of like absent and inconsistent, for me, like I grew up with a father who was like an alcoholic. Not to go too much into it, but my mom never, like as abusive as he was, obviously she divorced him and whatnot when we were young, but she never stopped us from having a relationship with him. And I think because she never wanted us to grow resentment towards her, where we grew up and we were like, well, why didn't you at least let him try? Like, why didn't you at least let us visit him? Or why couldn't he come around? So that once we got older, even though he was inconsistent, we would have our own brains to be like, oh, okay, well, he was inconsistent, but at least my mom didn't block that relationship. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. So I get the whole absent thing where it's like, you know what, I'd rather just not know you or you not be around. But for me, it's like, you know what, I did witness that. And I'm glad that my mom didn't block that. So I can know for myself as a grown woman to be like, okay, you were inconsistent and this was why. And at least my mom didn't like block that relationship. And she doesn't to this day. And I'm 30 now. But yeah, for the current question, yeah, so I'm from South Sudan, East Africa. And I think what's really heavily in our culture, and I'm not trying to put this on moms or dads, but it always falls on the parent who pretty much has to do the parenting. Like if you decide you want to move out the state, it falls on the parent that has to stay and take care of their kids, whether that's the mom or the dad. Like
Correct.
my dad, you know, he moved back to Sudan. He's in Africa now. He's been there for like 16 years. And it fell on my mom to do everything, even though she's been doing everything. But it's also like for her, I don't think she says it, but that can grow like resentment towards your children because it's like you had the option to just leave and now I can't just give my kids up or I can't go drop them off at their grandma or their grandfathers or wherever. I have to take care of them. And I've seen that resentment language come up. And that's where it's like, it's hard for me because I get why she's upset and I know why she's angry at him, but it can come out towards me and my brother sometimes because it's like, oh, well, your dad got to leave. He got to go out the country. Like he's living his life, doing whatever. And I had to stay. I had to be the mom and I had to raise you guys. I didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like where I'm at with parents. And I don't have kids yet, but I've learned a lot just with family and like seeing my parents' dynamic. And I'm like, it's a very like it's so diverse and complex, but I think that yeah, resentment can grow even from the parent that did have to stay because they're gonna feel guilt if they do leave as well. Like, oh, I can just get my kids up and I can go, you know, be a parent that don't give a shit about my children, or sorry, give a crap with TikTok. Give a crap about my kids, you know?
Yeah, and you know the crazy part about it is I don't have resentment towards my child at all, but
Yeah.
I do. I'm not gonna say I empathize. So earlier, I don't know if you were here with you. You've been here since the beginning. Jay was up here and he was saying like my mom was like she dropped me off to him. And there's so many women and so many men that feel like, bro, I want to drop them off. I done put 15 years hard time in here.
Yeah.
And this decided he could just, or this person just decided they can go do whatever. Now it's your turn. And at the same time, in the same token, do I wish I could be like, yo, now it's your turn? Who's next? But at the same time, my heart, I'm like, will he take care of her the way that I would? Will he know the things that I know? Will he be able to tap into the intricacies? Will he know the allergy? Will he know like all the things? Will she still have a great quality of life is why I won't do it. But there's so many men and women that feel that way. Like, here, it's your go. Take her now. Cause I need a break. What about my break? What about I just need to get myself together. Cause they love to say that I'm just getting myself together right now. You know, I gotta be better for myself, for my kids, but I gotta develop myself with my kid on my hip, on my side.
Right.
And I can't be sick. Cause every time my baby father gets the notion that he gotta fart or burp, he like, oh, I can't call. I can't do what I gotta do. But me for for anything. Arm dangling off. My kid is right here, pulling the arm a little bit
Right.
extra. Like, and it does build resentment. I'm happy in
Yeah.
my space it builds resentment against him, and I have not turned that to her, and that's why I know it's so important to tap into my own mental health.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like, dang, damn it! Like all I
Mm-hmm.
want to do is drop her off, but I can't because I love her too much to give her the lifestyle that I feel like won't be good enough for her.
Absolutely. And to touch on that too is like my mom, obviously I know she has some like mental health issues in terms of like depression and whatnot because she's gone through a lot, but it's like she can't even use that as an excuse. My dad can say, "Oh, I'm an alcoholic. I can't be a fit father," but it's
Oh,
like, what?
there's
You
no
got to
excuses for
choose
her.
alcohol. My mom didn't. Like, what do you don't
Yeah,
think she wanted to grab a bottle every day and what? Are you kidding me?
that part.
That would have
That part.
absolutely been her choice, but she didn't have the choice to do that. So she suffered in silence while being a mother, and you got to live out loud with your mental illness, and nobody checked you for it. That's the problem. It's always the mothers getting checked for their behavior, but it's not the dads. And I'm not trying to be biased, but that's what statistics show.
Well, thank
You
you,
know what I'm
Miss.
saying?
Hold on, what to say your name wrong. Thank you, Miss 80. I appreciate you for coming up. Let's
Yeah,
go.
thank you, babe. Appreciate it.
Let's go. Let me catch up one of these comments. Oh, follow me, Miss 80. I'll follow you back. Business Pro said, I never wanted to drop my children off to anyone, regardless of the situation, as a single father. Business Pro, I do want to ask you one question. Did you have support? Did you have support? What did your support system look like? Because we gotta tote the line here. We talking about single dad, got it out the mud, nobody was around. Bunny, you can bring her here. Thank you, Miss Edie. Let's go. We talking about single dad, nobody was around. We talking about single dad, grandparent. What we talking about? No support intact. I took on my sister's children as well. Let's go. Oh! Hey, he took on his sister's children as well. Answer what? Johnny King, TikTok's blocking your comments. All right, we doing 60 seconds of heat. This is it. We got 9 people in the queue. If we do 60 seconds of heat, I can get out of here at 7:15. Here we go. 60 seconds, and when I promise y'all I'm cutting y'all off at 60 seconds, I promise y'all it's gonna be a lot of. It's gonna be a lot of. I just want to warn y'all ahead of time. It's no disrespect. I gotta get out of here. Okay, a lot of people dropped off already. Cool. But it's gonna be a lot of. I meant to say. All right, cool. It's looking like we got a lot of people out of here already. Kung Fu, I know you a long-winded one. It's gonna be a. You got 60 seconds of heat. All right, go ahead.
Okay. Now, if I'm moving out of state with my kid, I'm not gonna do that. I'm probably gonna leave him with his mother until I establish myself. That's how I feel. Because for me, I don't want to separate him from his mother, let alone his little brothers that he has from there. I'm not doing that.
Hold on. If I'm moving out of state, I'm probably gonna leave him with his mother. What did you say?
I'm gonna leave him with his mother because he already came up with a contingency plan where he won't be separated from his other little brothers from her. He's my only child. We had she made that perfectly clear.
Oh, but would you move out of state from your child?
Yeah, I just did it. I would move out of state from him for the time being. Like I move up, but once I establish myself, he could come and live with me again. Yeah. Yeah, so he could be with his sibling. Exactly, Grace.
I know. I get why you were leaving him behind. But
we have to understand it.
why would you consider moving out of state? Is it for a better job opportunity? Like, what would be the reason?
Yeah, it would probably be for a job. It would probably be for health benefits. Because I just had a spinal tap this weekend.
Sorry.
So yeah, no, that's all right. I'm okay. But yeah, like it'd be for health reasons or job. That's it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thank you, Kung Fu Kenny. Let's go.
No problem.
That was a hypothetically, of course, and we trying to understand in real time what's really happening. All right, Blunt, give it to him. 60 seconds. Ah.
I just everybody said a whole bunch of different things, but I just wanted to toss in something that Mr. 450 has said that, he's not consistent My good man, you're doing
Who is
more.
Mr. 450? Chris?
Yeah. You
Oh,
ain't see his new video? He living 450 pounds,
450
bro.
pounds. All right, Sean, see you later, baby. Go ahead, Blunts. All right, go. You got 30 seconds.
And he does more, and he shows up for his son more than Walter does. And 15 minutes max. It's not even 15 minutes that he live down the road. He don't call. He don't, none of it. No checking in. The homeboy don't even know she got braces on the mouth. You know what I mean?
Well, dang.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's how long you waiting in between your visits and your seeings and everything else. Like, you don't know nothing. Like, absolutely
Let me ask this
nothing.
question, chat, to Blunts and to chat and to everybody. Do you guys feel like a person can be a present parent from another state? For real. Do y'all feel like a parent that moves out of state can still be considered a present parent?
I do. I do. And just because of, like, I stayed with my aunt for a while growing up, and her fiance, my uncle, he worked offshore. He was gone more than he was home. So I like to put that into perspective as well. Just because you're not necessarily in the home doesn't mean you're not present. And that takes more effort, personally, than it does for a parent who is in the home, because it does take, that extra energy and effort to reach out and do the things so far away. So if you are able to do that, then fucking kudos to you, because you got people who's almost high-fiving next door to each other and don't know a single thing about their blood. The one person who's going to carry on your name. Like, come on, man. Like, how? Yeah, I do.
Thank you, Blunts. Let's go.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, see, this is where I love this, because I can disagree and agree at the same time. So we just had a couple comments say, of course, they can do FaceTime, care packages, phone calls, questions about school expenses. But my thing is, that's what they can do for the child. And what's that song? What have you done for me lately? Me, the parent, the other co-parent. And it's not just all about me, but how are you bridging the gap for the parent? How are you bridging the gap for the parent? Because not only did you move out of state, and I know people will try to say like, oh, this is the bitter part, right? This is the part, it ain't about you, it's about the kid. Anytime I try to talk to my what's it called, her DAD about this part, you not talking, it's not about you, Bunny. It's not about how you feel, but yes, it is. Because how I feel, as we just had my sis up here just a moment ago, how I feel, mental health and all, will affect her. Because when that resentment starts to build, because I'm tired and I can't take no more, and I need to get some type of reprieve and I can't get none. What about me? And that's the part that I think that people are missing from the equation. Yes, I could check in on my kid. Yes, I could make sure they good. Yes, I could do more than the man that's down the block. But what about me? Are you spending the money to be like, hey, here's 150, order that babysitter. I went on that babysitter app and I found somebody that looks amazing. Go out and get you a little break. Go out and get you a moment to yourself. What are you doing for your co-parent to give them some reprieve? Go ahead, Katie. I'm gonna get you up here, Chris. I see you.
All right, good morning. So I know I asked the original question yesterday. I'm going to speak from this topic where I had a parent that lived in another country.
You had the nerve to be late to your own topic. Where was it?
I was
If it was the baby, you
sleeping.
give me an excuse.
I was sleeping. He woke up at 4:00. He's been waking up at 4 every morning for some strange reason.
Oh,
Let me
Buddha.
continue.
You know what my grandma must say? Right. He waking you up at 4 a.m.? Pray. Okay? That's the time you'll tap in with the Lord. Okay? But go ahead.
Yes. I had a father in a different country. He was inconsistent. As I said, my mom never lied. He never lied. The stories aligned. I remember, again, inconsistent. I finally reconnected with him. I want to say maybe when I was 16, 17. I pulled up at the airport with I think it was his cousin. So it would be my cousin, whatever. And this man had the nerve to be actually trying to look me, or you'd probably say, talk to me, trying to see if he could be with me, not knowing I was his actual daughter. So you want to know, moving out of state, being inconsistent? No, it ties into this where you're in another country. You didn't know anything about me, what I looked like, who I became as a young woman. But your first thing was, "Ooh, you look good. Let me try and holler at you."
You trying to holler at me? Go holler at your kids. Actually, Uno reverse. You're hollering at your kid.
Exactly. And I got so livid. You asked why I went off on Mother's Day. The father of my child, again, like Blunts, he is like 8-10 minutes away. I moved the whole state for him to be a participant in his child's life. This man was supposed to do an errand for Wednesday so I could take care of me or whatever. No call, no show. I didn't blow him up. I didn't get upset. Nothing. Again, I was posting stories. You guys see that. This man had the nerve to say, "Oh, let me holler at you." I said, "Don't let me pull a Blunts." He's like, "You don't smoke." I said, "Oh, Blunt, shout out to you." I was like, "You don't wish I smoked. You don't wish I smoked if you pulled up here on Mother's Day." I'm like, you know what? I went off. And I had to speak to my friend and I asked, is an absent parent better than an inconsistent one? And Chris, shout out to you. I don't consider you absent. You're fully active, just not physically present. And men like you who make the effort to still be a part of your child's life, I respect out of this world.
Thank you, Katie. Let's go. Thank you. I'm not letting up on my opinion, y'all. I just want to let y'all know I'm not letting up. Here we go. 60 seconds of heat. Even my moderator gets 60 seconds of heat. I'm putting a timer on you because I don't want them to think you're special. Go ahead. You are special. Go ahead.
Yo. Yeah. Nah, you could take me down.
Ooh.
You could take me down. Nah. Yeah, you could take me down.
Uh-oh. All right, I'm gonna tap in with you. Tap in with you later. Lord, what? Something happened do I gotta read the comments, Joe? What happened? All right, great. 60 seconds. Go. Hit them.
Okay, I'm with you with the check-in. It's very important to be acknowledged because you are doing 365 of the job, and you're by yourself doing it. So when the storm is over, when my storm was over, I was like, nobody ever called me to say, "Hey, you good? Are you all right? Do you need a hand?" Because I really didn't have any support. Once you show them that you got it, they're not gonna stick their hand in there. For some people, they're like, "Oh, she's good. She's, you know how we go on overdrive because we're moms and we don't have time to complain about because it's our job." But then, do you wonder about these people that are in your corner? Are they going to call you and say, "Hey, I know it's a lot. You're working, you're picking up the baby is sick," or what have you. We're humans too. We have feelings also. We're not machines, especially in our situation. Sorry, bye.
Let's go. I have a heart. I can't disconnect it. Is there a heart in the house tonight? Let me tell y'all something. One thing that she said that really, really got at me is the fact that I'll be stopping myself. Thank you, Jesus. Men and women both will look at the other parent and be like, "Yo, you got this. You got this. You got this. I don't need to, because my BD has even said this to me. I knew you would be a great mom. I knew you had it. So you knew I had it to the extent of the fact that you decided to leave me here with this kid. And will say that out your mouth and mean it and really stand on business because you really be leaving me here to do everything." Blunt said I was sold that too. Yeah. Oh my God, my dad said that to my mom before they had us. I'm telling you. I'm not clapping for that thought, but I'm clapping for the fact that, bro, so many people will say that. Like, you got it. There was a scenario. I was literally, before we even had our child, I said to him, I said, on the day that I give birth to my child, I leave the hospital and you leave the hospital. Where is the baby? And he says, with you. I said, well, how do you just assume that? How do you just assume that I left the hospital and you left the hospital in two different vehicles and the baby was with you? And that, honestly, is literally telling of all things. Because it's like people just assume sometimes. Sometimes men do assume that the woman got it. And then there's occasions that happen where some women feel like they don't ever get the connection. They don't ever feel like, because I like to do it from both sides, that maternal instinct don't kick in for everybody. And they out too. And they got it. And I feel like some people pick people that they feel like got it because they ain't got it. But honestly, please just realize you ain't got it from the beginning and don't conceive and have children that you don't want. But that takes intention, which a lot of us don't move in intention, which I didn't move in intention, but I'm still happy she's here. But hey, we're here. Taurus, talk to us. I like to be honest.
Hey, good
Talk
morning,
to Taurus.
Chris.
60
Good morning.
seconds
How
of
y'all
heat.
doing?
Hit them, because we out of here at 7:20. No lie.
We long-winded. So,
Boom.
honestly, I say yes and no. Yes, they can be a good parent as long as they give a damn to work, because as Blunt said, you got people that's 3 seconds down the street and don't even give a goddamn to even walk in the direction that their baby's in. You got people like Chris, who's in a whole nother state, who got a whole nother job, actually got his life set up and still take the time out to talk to his kids. He got a special ringtone and all that shit just to know that his kid is even there. Yes, you can be, but you got to give a damn to put the effort in.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I was also told that same thing. My kid's dad told me he picked me because I reminded him of his mom. Just for him to come to the day that I had him and he was talking about his other baby mother. Mom, fuck you and your other baby mama. Well, I don't give a fuck about none of that. So, therefore, we got to focus on what we got going on here. Now, I care about the kid that you have with her, but the other baby mom missed me with that shit. So, keep rocking out. Love y'all. Have a great day.
Let's go. Ooh, Bliss. Oh, I love a good question within a question. Bliss said, who in here is with somebody that has a child that's in another state? Honestly, there needs to be a chat just for those women. Because honestly, I be really want to know what y'all thinking about for real. And not no shade, no tea. I really be wanting to know like what's on the medulla oblongata. Jeannie said everybody. What you mean everybody? Everybody. And what's the questions y'all asking? Like, okay, what made you go? And like I said, but Chris, talk to me. So I saw you tapping in on the part where I was asking, how do you bridge the gap for your child's mom?
You got to bridge the gap by asking simple ass questions, or you have to be willing to want to be there. I only can use myself for an example.
Of course.
However, I've told my son's mom, like, hey, we can switch roles. I'll take him during the school year. You can have him during the summer. Still hasn't been done yet. It depends on the person. We never go into a situation asking important questions like, hey, does your side of the family have high blood pressure, or so forth and so on. Like when we're at the age that we are when we conceive kids, we just go at it, even though as adults we still pretty much do the same thing. However, as far as the other parent goes, if you have another willing parent to say, hey, I'll take the kid, or hey, bring the kid over, whatever, it's always on the other individual. Like me, when my son mom gave birth, I'm lying. I missed one appointment of her prenatal appointments. When she gave birth to our son, I took off 2 weeks after she had our son to make sure that she didn't have to do nothing. I stayed home. I cared for our son. I cooked. I did everything that she normally did until she had the baby. I mean, she didn't do it while she was pregnant, but I just helped out and did what I had to do when he was born. And I have asked her, like, hey, and I tell her now, hey, take him to my mom's house. Have the weekend to yourself. Do this, do that. She chooses not to. She chooses to do other things. So that depends on the choice of the person and the person themselves.
So it's funny because that one sentence is a trigger for me,
What's
but not for the reason. Does your mom reach out to her?
Yes, my mom does.
Okay,
And
cool.
she reaches out to her, she texts her, she calls her. My
Cool,
son mom picks and chooses when she wants to return phone calls or when she wants to return text messages. The whole nine. Like my son is turning 15 next Thursday.
Mhm.
And he's having a party, and not once did my son's mom call my mom and say, "Hey, I want you at this party." So now I have to not figure out, because my mom is going to come, but it's like, why didn't you call to say, "Hey, make sure you're there. It's at this place, such and such, such and such." But then my son's mom response will be, and I already know, "Oh, I forgot to send you the message." It's always I forgot. But my mom is the only
So
grandparent
she's
that he has.
rejecting the assistance that you're trying to give her,
Facts.
which is a special, different kind of situation.
Yeah, because
But
other
I'm happy and I'm proud that you are continuously trying to give her outlets. Like I said, what you said was a trigger for me only because I remember reaching out for help from him, and he was like, "Call my mom."
and that's a I mean, I don't care what I'm about to say, but that's a fucked up individual.
And that's what I'm saying. And that's why I like to hear explanations. I like to hear both sides. I don't like to assume. I don't like to be just triggered by my stuff and not listen, because I know that every situation is different.
Right. And that's the part that still
You can say the
bothers you.
same thing, but mean it in two different ways.
Yeah, I mean, that's the part that still bothers you, and that's okay. Just remember that he's the one that's choosing to do it. So if he misses out on his daughter's milestones of, reaching the age of 15 and having a party and, graduating high school and graduating grade school and shit like that, that has nothing to do with you and has everything to do with him. At that point, you have to do your best to relinquish those feelings, because now you already know how he moves and who he is. So now accept it and keep that shit moving.
That part. So tomorrow, guys, when we come back, Chris, go ahead and just for people that are just stepping in now, go ahead and promote your live one more time, because we're gonna get up out of here, and I'm gonna say one last thing. Go ahead.
I got you. And if y'all are free tonight at 7 p.m., please come on by. Speak What You Seek Live presents Soulful Dialogue Airlines, where we take your soul to another altitude. I will be tapping into Bunny's question right here: parenting moving out of state from your kids. Tonight, 7 p.m. If you're not following me, please hit that follow button. Tap in with us. We always have fun. Subjects always change. Just make sure you bring your helmets. Don't ask why I said that. Just come on and check us out.
That's right. Let's go. 7 p.m. tonight. So today, when I tell you my notes, excuse the hearts, I can't help but doodle. The notes I have, the questions I have, I feel like we're going to be on this topic in different ways all week. Because we could talk about blocking relationships to protect your kids. Have you ever blocked the relationship between have you ever blocked the relationship between your co-parent to protect them? And is that all right? You know what I'm saying? How different parenting, how the parenting affects boys versus girls differently. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, Jeannie said, no, I should have. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things. When Baby Cakes was in here earlier saying how he put himself on child support, and that was actually another board I had. Can that financial responsibility that you're giving ever replace the physical relationship? Is that still considered caring for your kid? Well, I made sure financially we was together and I just stepped out. Right? There's so many avenues we can go, and money means nothing. Come on, Jeannie. But there's so many different avenues we can go, and we gonna drive down each and every street this week. Thank y'all for joining me. My name is Bunny, straight out of Jersey. I go live each and every day at 6 a.m. Monday through Friday. I don't know if we're coming to an end. I can't help it. 10 a.m. on Saturdays and 7 p.m. on Sundays. I hope to see y'all back tomorrow. Have a blessed and amazing Tuesday. Mwah. And if you haven't already, go ahead and look for us on the tube. Before I get down, let me put it down in the comments. It's coming from It's Bunny Baby. Follow us on the tube. Hold on. Let me get y'all the link right in here. Boop, 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 boop. Is that the right sign? Yes. If you want to see today's episode, go ahead and look for us on the tube right there. I'm going to go ahead and pin it. Hold on. I haven't done this in a minute. I don't even know how to do it anymore. Hold on. It's been so long. Been so long. Go ahead and follow us up on the tube. I've tried my very best to post every day's episode by noon. Go ahead and look on the tube. And the reason I'm not saying the whole thing is I don't want to go to Titi. But follow us on the tube. It at therabbithole.bunny. At therabbithole.bunny. If you missed yesterday's episode, go and look at yesterday's episode on the tube. When I say yesterday's episode, I already know the DMs I'm about to get. Go ahead and tap in with me in my DMs. I don't care. But if you want to go catch the episode each and every day on the tube, therabbithole.bunny. Grace, what you want? We leaving. We leaving, Grace. Let's go. I love y'all. Follow up, subscribe.